Hey, what's going on, family? You guys already know what day it is. It is the day after Sunday. Welcome to another Eat Up Mondays. Listen, just want to say, guys, I truly appreciate all the support that you guys have been showing. All of you guys that have newly subscribed to the channel. Just want to say I appreciate you guys, your comments, your encouragement, your prayers. It means a lot to me. And I just want to say thank you. If you're somebody that's new to this channel, please do not forget to click the subscribe button. And if you want to be notified every time we upload a video, just click the bell and you will be notified every time we upload something here on this channel. Don't forget to like this video. It definitely helps us in the YouTube algorithm. And also share this video if it has been an encouragement to you. But without further ado, guys, I don't know about you guys, but I've brought my appetite. I am hungry. And I sense that you guys are hungry as well. So without further ado, guys, let's dig in. Listen, we are in our third month already. We are in the month of March. Time is flying by, but it seems like there's been a real common theme when I talk to, many different people. And we listen, we all know that we're going to go through trials and tribulations, right? Those aren't foreign to our lives. Those aren't something that's going to go away. That's going to always be there. Some seasons are rougher than others, but it just seems like coming into this year, people have been going through a lot. And when you talk to them, it almost feels like a lot more than they had been going through the previous months leading up into this year. I know I've been definitely through a ton of different things, but we know that trials, they're not for no reason. There's many scriptures that let us know that these trials come to strengthen us. They come to show us who God is, in our lives, and it also shows us about where we are, right? In this life and in God as well. Sometimes it shows us that our faith isn't where we think it is, right? That we're not standing as tall on the word as we thought we were. But I wanted to share a couple scriptures with you just in case you are someone out there that's been going through and that has just been really a struggle, and maybe you just need this encouragement. Familiar passage of scripture to some of you, Psalm chapter 55 and verse 22. Listen to what it says. It says, cast thy burden upon the Lord. That word cast there means to throw off, to cause to fall upon something or in a certain direction. So what are we causing this to fall upon? We're casting this, we're casting it on the Lord, right? We want it to fall upon the Lord. And what are we casting? It says our burden, right? And when you look at the definition of burden, it says that which is carried, a heavy load, mental weight, stress, anxiety, trouble, worry, concerns, sorrow. If you fall under any of those words, then guess what? If any of those apply to you, then that means you need to give that to the Lord. You need to throw that over onto the Lord. But it says, cast thy burden upon the Lord, and he shall, it says he will, that word shall there means he will sustain thee. Listen to the definition of sustain. And this is what we're looking for. And this is what we know to be true about the Lord. And that's why I wanted to talk about this on this Monday, to remind you of this. The word sustain means to support, to bear the weight of. So guess what? When you cast this over on the Lord, it's not too heavy for him. I don't care how heavy it is for you. It's not too heavy for him. He can bear the weight. He can support you in that. He can take that and make sure you never have to deal with it again. But the key is us, right? It's us casting that over onto him. And sometimes we have to, continually remind ourselves of that and continually, practice that, because no matter how many times God has brought us out, sometimes we seem to forget that, listen, I don't have to carry this burden, right? This burden doesn't have to be my own. I can cast this over onto the Lord and he will take care of it. Listen what the rest of the scripture says. It says, he shall never suffer the righteous to be moved. So if you are a child of God, he says, listen, trust in me, cast your burden on me, because I will not allow you to be moved. Another scripture, last scripture I want to share. This is not going to be a long meal, because you know, it just was a reminder. Somebody just need to be reminded that, listen, you don't have to carry that burden. You don't have to carry that sorrow, that anxiety, that stress, whatever it is that you're going through. You don't have to carry it. Cast it over on the Lord. Listen, he can better deal with it than you can. But last scripture, 1 Peter 5, verses 6 through 9 says, humble yourselves, therefore, under the mighty hand of God, that he may exalt you in due time. That word exalt means to raise in rank, honor, power, character, quality, etc. So he says he'll exalt you in due time. We know that the word due is appointed, right? An appointed time. And who is that time appointed by? It's appointed by God. It's in his timing, right? But the scripture goes on to say, casting all your care upon him. Why, guys? For he careth for you. So the things that matter to you, he says, cast it over onto me because I care for you. I want to help you. I want to support you in this. I want to bear the weight of this thing that you've been carrying that you don't need to carry. Listen, I pray that this meal was an encouragement to you. I pray that this was exactly what you needed to eat. And not only that you needed to eat, but that you allow it to nourish you, that you allow it to be health to your spirit, man. Don't just take in this meal and don't do nothing about it. Don't take in this meal and don't cast your burden upon them, right? Don't walk away from this and say, oh, I'm encouraged, but yet you're making a movie of your situation 20 minutes later. No, give it over to the Lord. And sometimes it takes practice. Sometimes it takes, just really just casting it over and over again. And what I mean by that is sometimes we go and we pick it back up and we give it to him, we pick it back up. No, eventually when we give it to him, we'll be able to walk away and say, listen, it's yours, Lord. I trust you. I know you know what's best to do in my life. But listen, know that I love you guys. And until the next time we share a beautiful spiritual meal together, shalom.